I would never eat a bell pepper from the grocery store like an apple, but these ones are, All right, so today we're going to explore a small town just outside of Windsor. And we're actually gonna get out of the car. We're gonna walk around the place and really try and get a feel for what it's like in this community, and if you would wanna live there, and if maybe it's a better place to live than Windsor, which I actually think it might be. Okay, we are just about here. Welcome to Kingsville, Ontario. So this here is Lakeside Park, as you can tell by the name. It's on the side of a lake. So I'm gonna walk down by the lake here in just a sec, but there's also like splash pads for the kids. You might hear them playing in the background, picnic areas, open green space. But my favorite spot is actually down here, the little path that walks by the lake. First of all, there's two beaches to go hang out on. There's also a ton of little picnic areas or park benches to go sit on. And I really like this gazebo down here. They really maintain this place well. Tons of wildflowers and this beautiful gazebo that you can just hang out in the shade and get beautiful views of Lake Erie. Actually, you know what? This little path I'm walking down right now here in Kingsville is like the wildflower garden area. And then on my right is you got the lakefront and you got some beaches over here. This here I'm about to cross is the little, my wife calls it the fairy tale Disney bridge. It's this beautiful little walking path, brings you over the stream that comes from the lake, and it just looks like something out of Snow White, she says. Yeah, so by the way, in my last video, when I talked about the fish flies, this is them. So you do get them in Kingsville, even on a year when they're not that bad. Under spots where there's lights all night and in the evening, you still see them here. Let me give you a little close-up view of these fish flies. They are disgusting, aren't they? But again, the light is right there. Turn off your lights at night and your wall will look like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you some luxury Kingsville homes in a sec. Also really nice, affordable homes, more affordable than they would be in Windsor. First though, I want to show you and take a stroll through downtown Kingsville, because this is another gem of Kingsville. Okay, so first of all, this main street, it's kind of busy on a Monday during business hours, but on the weekend, they shut this whole thing down. And they just have like live music, sometimes just a DJ, but they have games for kids, face painting. They've got local vendors, like little farmers markets and stuff. All the restaurants have all their like patios open, like out onto the street. Also, I want to show you the number of restaurants that we have in Kingsville that are really good for a town of 20,000 people. I mean, in fact, right behind me, where'd I go? Right there is O Sarancino's, which is one of the best Italian restaurants in this entire county. It's like, it's pricey. It's got great wine, great food, dim lighting, great atmosphere. Oh, there's two Mexican restaurants I really like. It's like El Dorado, I think? Of course, it's El Diablo. I'd be getting it wrong. And then there's El Rancho across the street. Both have great reviews as well. There's Jack's Gastropub, which recently changed their name, and The Grove as well. There's so many cool things about downtown Kingsville. I had to take a stroll down here. Okay, so this is luxury in Kingsville, Ontario. Okay, we're gonna get to more affordable stuff on the way, but right now I am on your map. I'm here, like Grandview, Houston, Emily, these streets right here, these were all built around 5 years ago. So everything is relatively updated and modern and just built. Price range varies the lowest I've seen is 1.1 million, obviously. And then like I've seen 2.5 million, but that one was like 6,000 square feet of living space in that house and just luxury beyond luxury. So you do get a bit of a range here, but it is a luxury street. Regardless, it's expensive. Okay. Now this might give you a good example of how big the lots are. They're usually about 100 feet wide, almost 200 feet deep, which you can't find anymore. What's funny is to like compare what you can get in Toronto versus here for the same amount of money. You know what I mean? Like if you go and you spend $1.5 million in Toronto, you're not getting that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. By the way, if you are looking to move down to the Windsor area, whether it's Kingsville or in Windsor or Belle, wherever, this is what I do for a living. I help people relocate to this area. So there's my phone number. You can give me a call or shoot me a text first, is probably the best. And I can help you find a place that's right for you. Okay, one of my favorite things about like the Kingsville, Leamington area is the fresh farm stands they have literally everywhere in this county. You can't get away, like on a 10-minute drive, I think I've seen 15 of them because there's farms everywhere. And I'm telling you, so juicy, it's delicious. Fresh corn, yellow cherries. So this is a much more affordable street to live on than the one we were just on. Obviously, these are much more realistic family homes. So I'm right here on your map by Conservation and Gulf View, and all the streets around here are all pretty similar. They're built up between 2007 and like 2020 at the newest. So you do get a little bit of a range of pricing there where you're like maybe $650 at the oldest and a little over $900 at the newest. You're getting mostly ranches with no stairs or raised ranches where they just have those few stairs at the beginning when you walk in as like the landing area. You're getting 3 bedrooms above grade, 2 below. And what's interesting is these were all built after they started putting ensuite washrooms into homes. Okay, which again wasn't a thing they really did frequently until you almost get to 2010. So they're relatively modern. You're not getting an old home here. You're getting all modern fixings, the ensuite washrooms, the quartz countertops, all that kind of stuff. These are really nice family homes. Also, like you're surrounded by like woods and like soybean farms, so you're kind of isolated from the whole town. But then at the same time, it's such a small area that like you're a 3-minute drive from the downtown where we were earlier. Remember with all the nice restaurants and everything? You can get there in 3 minutes. Also nearby is the waterfront, which yeah, almost anywhere in Kingsville, the waterfront is right around the corner. But here, just at the end of the street, you've got like a little beach entry where some people launch kayaks and stuff from. So it's just a really nice area of Kingsville. And again, the median sale price is probably around the $800,000 mark. So I've mentioned 2 small areas of Kingsville, right here and right here on your map. But truthfully, like the whole town is nice. You're hard pressed to find a rough area of little old Kingsville. You know what I mean? So if you look on your map, you see Main Street right here. Everything north of this is actually pretty nice. Like you get a wide range here of like detached, you get 2 stories, ranches, you get townhomes, you kind of get a bit of everything. And then the northern part of this up here, you can actually find some new construction homes there. Also, down, if you go jet out towards Leamington along Seacliff Drive, you see all these streets, how some of them kind of jet out towards the water. Some of these actually back onto the water, but even the ones that don't, like these are really, really nice areas. It's heavily treed. You kind of feel secluded. And there's those farm stands I showed you, like at like walking distance from your house, which is really cool. If you're looking to move to Kingsville or the Windsor area and you need some help, you want some more info, that's my phone number right there. You can shoot me a text and we can take it from there.